Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Jetstream Sam DLC, Master of Wind video walkthrough. This is just after the Metal Gear Ray fight, and we're going to be doing some mild platforming, and I'm going to stumble across a collectible that I don't think you have to find, but if you want to, this is where it is. I was essentially double jumping like an idiot on some vents, and I noticed that I could probably glitch jump higher, and I kind of just went with it. And it turns out the designers put something there, so this is perhaps one of the best hid collectibles I've ever seen. Because it's not bullshit hidden, where there's no way you would think to do it, but at the same time, when I was doing it, I thought I'd broke the game. I thought I was going to end up, behind the geometry or something. I thought I was in a place the developers hadn't thought of, and I wasn't. It was well thought out. So you jump up here, and I got on here and I thought, you probably can't get much further. And then I noticed that the vents were hanging out, so I thought, why not? We'll go over here, see what's over here. So I do these jumps, which they do look tricky, but I never fell. Sam's pretty good, his jump's pretty useful, and there it is. Like, wow, they actually put something up here. All the way up here. I was hoping for life, but I got one of whatever that is, data storage thing. But yeah, there you go. I was going to make a separate video to that because I thought it was hilarious at the time because I did not expect to find anything. And it's just that weird moment in gaming where your expectations are bested, and that doesn't happen all that often. But we're coming up to the end of the DLC. There's a couple more sections coming. I've split these videos up intentionally so that they're in bite-sized chunks, and I've done that so people can hopefully find the fights that they're struggling with. And I've also done that because Bioshock has been quite long videos. There's quite a lot of videos, and when you have long videos in a large sequence, it can be really foreboding and intimidating to commentate. And a lot of people who have never done it probably think, well, all you're doing is sitting and talking over a video, and yeah, that's exactly all it is. But you're not meant to talk constantly for large amounts of time. Our throats weren't designed to do that, guys. That's why I go through like 5 to 7 pints of water when I do an hour or 2 hours, because it's hard. It's hard on your lungs and on your throat and on your voice. So cutting the videos up, it's a psychological thing for me. It makes me just feel better about it, because I know that it's only a 5-minute video, it's only a 4-minute video, it's not 20 minutes where you sit there thinking, oh my fucking Christ, what am I going to talk about for 20 minutes? This fight here, if you taunt before you enter the room, you will only have to fight 2 hammer guys and you'll avoid fighting the grad. It's not the most honourable strategy, and you will probably miss out on a ranked fight, but it makes it easier and it makes it quicker, and that is exactly what this guide is. But we're going to be moving back through areas you've been to, and this next area is one of my favourite places in the game. It's utilised interestingly on this sequence, because I was being a funny bugger again, and I decided to jump to the top of the pagoda, and I assumed there would be a collectible up there, but there was a ranked fight, which was interesting, and I am looking forward to going back and finding all the ranked fights, because I'm probably going to do an S-rank run of this DLC. I don't know when. It's not going to be anytime soon, because there's a lot of stuff I want to do. There's a lot of projects I need to finish, and I can't be starting new projects while I've got unfinished ones. It's too much at the moment. And before I even started doing this, I was sat on my bed, before I started doing this session of commentary, and I thought to myself, I can either edit this, commentate this, and get this up, which I should do, I need to do. It's just come out, it's important, and it's not that long, so it's quite an easy project. Or I can switch all the cables on my PVR and start my live playthrough for Demon's Souls. And everything in my body wanted to play Demon's Souls, and I don't even know why. It's one of those things where, when you sit down and you have to do the work, which a lot of people don't think making videos is work, but at times it definitely can be. I wanted to do anything but sit down and have to trudge through the folders, because my PVR's on the fritz, as a lot of you know, and editing has just got twice as long as it used to take, because I have to go in and try and sync the audio, because the audio is absolutely jacked. It's annoying, and I think what I'm going to do is when I get my next paycheck from TGN, And before anybody jumps on that, like, whoa, paycheck from your partnership. Yes, I do get paid to make videos, guys. Do I get paid enough to support a living to make videos? Do I? Balls. But I have, you know, some money on me at the moment in time, and hopefully when the next month swings around, if I've got enough views, I might get a decent amount from TGN, and I'll use that to buy a new PVR, which makes me sad, because PVRs are like 100 to 150 quid, which is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. And you know, when you buy something, you expect it to work, you expect it to continue to work, and mine is increasing my workflow, which is the last thing it should be doing. And it's just not good enough, so I have to replace it. But the cool thing is the guides are making the money to facilitate more guides, which is nice. And I've just hit 8,000 subscribers, which I'm going to be doing a celebratory video for. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make a video asking what people want me to do, which is always a fun endeavour. And just onwards and upwards. But the last guy here is an armoured soldier dropped off by the sliders. This guy's actually really easy when you play as Sam when he's on his own. Do not do this. I hate this. This fucking bullshit, you know, parry block sequence of nonsense that happens. Easiest way to fight him, charge a quick draw. It will stun him almost every time, and just keep spamming the quick draw. There's no skill to it, but it's effective, and that's what matters. That is a ranked fight. Definitely easy to S rank if you're going for that. I just didn't expect it, because this is not a perfectionist guide. I didn't go back and record it, because normally when I get anything under an S, if I'm on a particular run, I'll just restart. But I wasn't interested in that fight. It's not a challenging one compared to some of the ones in the DLC. It's just something up there. This next one, however, is a challenging fight. And out of all the ones in the DLC, this is one of the ones that's probably going to give you some trouble. This one and the lobby sequence coming up. Because it's 3 geckos, and the geckos effectively one-shot you. And they're the advanced geckos too, so they've got the fancy paint job. But I tried for a long time running around this area trying to lure them into doing the running attack. And this version of gecko can run and jump, which I can't remember from the old game, which is a pain in the ass, because it means that you can't just use the tried and tested way to kill them. Sometimes they don't do that move, sometimes they do something else. So my strategy from here was run up to the first guy who lands, because he always taunts, he always does his little scream, his little macho man impression, and then parry one of the other guys, so that when you do the riposte, you can usually hit 1, maybe 2, maybe all of the geckos, and get this bit done easier. And right there was brilliant. You know, they both lined up, they didn't do that bullshit dash away, and I managed to hit both of them with the parry. And from here, it's just Zandatsu into YB into Zandatsu, and that is, what, a couple of minutes? But I assure you guys, that was not a smooth fight, and I missed my YB, so I have to either parry this guy again, and he didn't jump away. Wow. So you watch this and you think, that's bullshit, Seraphim. That's not how it works on my game. Every time I parry him, he jumps away, it doesn't land. This video is nonsense. I completely agree with you. I have a stream that proves it, but for whatever reason, on this run, they just played the game. And once again, refer to the first video where I said, the game is bullshit at times. The AI is bullshit. Sometimes they will just fuck you up. It's that simple. And as soon as you embrace that, as gay as it is, you'll have more fun, because you just get to the point where you accept it. It's kind of like dying in Dark Souls. Dark Souls gets a whole lot easier once you accept you're going to die. You know, I've just finished. I'm doing a Soul Level 1 restricted run, and I'm getting hit and having to restart and quitting the game and exiting and things like that, and it's a fucking nightmare. It is a nightmare, you know, especially on the tough bits. Like Nito. Nito gave me so much trouble, but it wasn't Nito. It was the run-up to Nito. It was the skeletons before Nito, and then it was beating Nito without him cheesing me with a stupid Gravelord sword dance. You know, it's... Once you accept these things, they get easier, and the frustration meter just lowers. It really does. But thank you for watching anyhow, and you take care.